What if I told you that some of R&B's greatest legends are still here, their voices and legacies inspiring new generations of musicians and fans? From Bobby Brown's smooth vocals to Patti LaBelle's timeless grace, these artists have helped shape R&B into what it is today. Here are 15 legendary R&B singers who are still alive and making an impact, keeping the genre's soul alive. Anita Baker. Anita Baker was born on January 26, 1958 in Toledo, Ohio, but grew up in Detroit, Michigan. Abandoned by her birth mother at the age of 2, she was raised by foster parents. Despite early hardships, she found comfort in music, singing in church choirs, and later performing in local clubs. Her music career began in the late 1970s when she joined the funk band Chapter 8. The band had a minor hit with I Just Want to Be Your Girl, but after being dropped by their record label, Baker temporarily stepped away from music. She returned in 1983 with her debut solo album, The Songstress, released under Beverly Glen Records. The album sold over 300,000 copies and stayed on the charts for over a year, launching her successful solo career. Baker's big break came with her 1986 album Rapture, which sold over 8 million copies worldwide and won 2 Grammy Awards. The album featured hits like Sweet Love and You Bring Me Joy, making her a major force in R&B. She continued her success with Giving You the Best That I Got, 1988, and Compositions, 1990, both of which won Grammys and performed well commercially. Known for blending jazz, R&B, and soul, Baker created a timeless sound. Her powerful, emotional voice, spanning 3 octaves, has drawn comparisons to jazz greats like Sarah Vaughan and Nancy Wilson. She is often called the Queen of Romantic Quiet Storm R&B Soul due to her influence on the genre. Beyond her own music, Baker played a key role in shaping R&B, inspiring many female soul singers and helping define urban contemporary music in the late 1980s and early 1990s. Her success proved that soulful, sophisticated R&B could thrive in the mainstream. After taking a break in the mid-1990s, Baker returned with Rhythm of Love in 1994. She later released My Everything in 2004 and a holiday album, Christmas Fantasy, in 2005. In 2018, she embarked on a farewell tour, marking the culmination of her legendary career. With 8 Grammy Awards and over 13 million certified album sales in the U.S., Anita Baker remains one of the most successful and influential R&B artists of all time. Her music continues to inspire new generations of artists and fans. Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, born prematurely in 1950, lost his sight shortly after birth due to complications in his incubator. Despite this challenge, he showed extraordinary musical talent from an early age, learning to play the harmonica, piano, and drums by the time he was 9. His career took off when Ronnie White of the Miracles discovered him and introduced him to Berry Gordy, the founder of Motown Records. At just 11 years old, he signed with Motown's Tamla label and was given the stage name Little Stevie Wonder. In 1962, he released his debut album, The Jazz Soul of Little Stevie, followed by Tribute to Uncle Ray. However, it was his 1963 single Fingertips, Part 2, that made him a star, topping the Billboard Hot 100 and making him the youngest solo artist ever to achieve this feat at age 13. Throughout the 1960s, Wonder continued to release hit songs like Uptight, Everything's All Right, For Once in My Life, and My Chérie Amour. As he matured, he became more involved in songwriting and production, even penning The Tears of a Clown for Smokey Robinson and The Miracle. The 1970s marked his classic period, during which he released groundbreaking albums like Music of My Mind, 1972, Talking Book, 1972, Inner Visions, 1973, Fulfillingness, First Finale, 1974, and Songs in the Key of Life, 1976. These albums revolutionized R&B with their use of synthesizers and electronic instruments, earning him multiple Grammy Awards, including Album of the Year, an achievement unmatched by any other artist at the time. His music also tackled social issues, reflecting his commitment to civil rights and justice. He played a key role in the campaign to establish Martin Luther King Jr. Day as a national holiday and participated in the We Are the World charity project, which raised millions for famine relief in Africa. In the 1980s, Wonder continued his success with hits like I Just Called to Say I Love You, which won an Academy Award. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1989 and received the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 1996. With 25 Grammy Awards, he remains one of the most decorated solo artists in Grammy history. Beyond music, Wonder has been widely recognized for his humanitarian work. In 2009, the United Nations named him a messenger of peace for his advocacy. His influence on music is undeniable. His innovative use of synthesizers and meaningful lyrics have inspired generations of artists across different genres. Al Green. Al Green's professional music career began when he formed the R&B group Al Green and the Creations with his high school friend. The group found early success with the song Backup Train, which climbed to number 5 on the R&B charts in 1968. However, it was his collaboration with producer Willie Mitchell at High Records that propelled him to stardom. Mitchell became Green's vocal mentor, encouraging him to move away from emulating artists like Jackie Wilson and Sam Cooke and helping him develop his distinctive sound. Green released his debut album, Green is Blues, in 1969, which saw moderate success. However, his breakthrough came with Al Green Gets Next to You, 1971, featuring the hit Tired of Being Alone, which sold over 1 million copies and became his first gold record. The early 1970s were a defining period for Green. His albums Let's Stay Together, 1972, and I'm Still in Love with You, 1972, solidified him as one of the era's leading soul artists. The title track from Let's Stay Together became his biggest hit, topping both the Billboard Hot 100 and the R&B charts. He followed this success with a string of iconic songs, including Love and Happiness and Take Me to the River, further cementing his status as a soul legend. In 1974, Green's life took a tragic turn when his ex-girlfriend, Mary Woodson, attacked him with boiling grits. The incident left Green with severe burns and deeply impacted him. This, along with the near-fatal stage fall in 1979, led him to reevaluate his life and commit himself to his faith. He became an ordained pastor and shifted his focus to gospel music throughout the 1980s, aligning his career with his spiritual journey. Despite his gospel focus, Green eventually returned to secular music, reuniting with Willie Mitchell for albums like He Is the Light, 1985, and Soul Survivor, 1987. His seamless ability to transition between genres highlighted his versatility as an artist. Al Green's impact on music is profound. He has won 11 Grammy Awards, including a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award, and was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Rolling Stone ranked him among the 100 greatest artists of all time and placed him 10th on their list of the greatest singers ever. He has also received the BMI Icon Award and the prestigious Kennedy Center Honors. Beyond music, Green continues to serve as a minister at the Full Gospel Tabernacle Church in Memphis, Tennessee, a role he has held since 1976. His legacy as both a soul music pioneer and a spiritual leader remains enduring and influential. Patti LaBelle. Patti LaBelle began her singing journey in church and later formed her first girl group, the Ordettes, in 1959. In the early 1960s, she gained recognition as the lead singer of Patti LaBelle and the Bluebells. While the group had modest success, their rebranding as LaBelle in the 1970s brought them mainstream fame. In 1974, they made history as the first African-American vocal group on the cover of Rolling Stone and released their biggest hit, Lady Marmalade, which topped the charts. This song not only showcased LaBelle's powerful voice, but also cemented her place in music history. After LaBelle disbanded in 1976, LaBelle launched a solo career. Her 1977 debut album featured You Are My Friend, a song that became a defining moment for her. However, her real breakthrough came in the 1980s with the album I'm in Love Again, 1983, which earned her a Grammy nomination. She gained even more popularity with hits like If Only You Knew, New Attitude, and Stir It Up, which appealed to both R&B and pop audiences. In 1986, she reached new heights with the album Winner in You, featuring On My Own, a duet with Michael McDonald that became a #1 hit. Her success continued into the 1990s with albums like Burnin', 1991, which won her a Grammy Award, and Gems, 1994. LaBelle's ability to adapt to changing musical styles while staying true to her powerful vocals has kept her relevant for decades. Beyond music, LaBelle has had a successful acting career, appearing in TV shows like A Different World, Out All Night, and American Horror Story. She has also pursued business ventures and philanthropic work, further establishing herself as a multi-talented star. In her personal life, LaBelle married her manager, Armstead Edwards, in 1969. They were together for nearly 30 years before divorcing in 2000. She has 3 children, her biological son, Zuri Edwards, and 2 adopted sons, Stanley and Dodd Stocker Edwards. With 2 Grammy Awards and over 50 million records sold, Patti LaBelle is a true icon. Her autobiography, Don't Block the Blessings, became a bestseller, adding to her legacy. Even today, she remains a beloved figure in music and entertainment, admired for her talent, resilience, and lasting influence on culture. Chaka Khan. Chaka Khan's rise to fame began with Rufus, a multiracial band known for its high-energy performances and hit songs. Their 1974 single, Tell Me Something Good, won a Grammy Award, launching them into stardom. Other major hits, including Once You Get Started, Everlasting Love, and Ain't Nobody, cemented their success in the 1970s and made Khan a leading voice in funk and soul. In 1978, Khan went solo and released her debut album, Chaka, featuring the hit I'm Every Woman, which became an anthem for female empowerment. She continued her success with albums like Naughty, 1980, What Cha Gonna Do For Me, 1981, and I Feel For You, 1984. The title track from I Feel For You won her a Grammy and introduced her to a new audience by blending R&B with hip-hop, featuring a rap by Grandmaster Mella Mel. Khan's career has been defined by her ability to collaborate with legendary artists such as Prince, Stevie Wonder, and Mary J. Blige. Her 2007 album, Funk This won 2 Grammy Awards, including Best R&B Album. With 10 Grammy wins and 22 nominations, 3 from her time with Rufus, Khan's impact on music is undeniable. She has received numerous honors, including Lifetime Achievement Awards from BET and the World Music Awards, as well as a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2011. In addition to her music, she has dedicated herself to philanthropy, founding the Chaka Khan Foundation in 1999 to support education and children in need. Her autobiography, Chaka, Through the Fire, was published in 2003, offering a glimpse into her life and career. Khan has been married twice and has 2 children, Indira Malini and Damian Holland. Despite past struggles with addiction, she has been sober since the early 1990s. She has also explored acting, appearing in films like The Blues Brothers and Mission Impossible 3, and making her Broadway debut in The Color Purple in 2008. With over 100 million records sold, Chaka Khan remains a music legend, inspiring generations with her powerful voice and enduring influence. Keith Sweat. Before becoming a full-time musician, Keith Sweat earned a degree in communications from the City College of New York, CCNY, in the 1980s. After graduation, he worked on Wall Street while pursuing his passion for music, performing in New York City nightclubs and recording demo tapes. His breakthrough came in 1987 when he was discovered by Vincent Davis and signed by Vintertainment Records. Sweat's debut album, Make It Last Forever, 1987, was a massive success, selling over 3 million copies and earning an American Music Award nomination for Best R&B Album. The lead single, I Want Her, topped the Billboard R&B chart and reached number 5 on the pop chart, solidifying his status as a rising star. Co-produced with Teddy Riley, the album played a pivotal role in defining the new jack swing era, a fusion of R&B, pop, and hip-hop. His follow-up albums, I'll Give All My Love to You, 1990, and Keep It Comin', 1991, further established him as a top R&B artist. I'll Give All My Love to You went multi-platinum, selling over 1 million copies in just 2 months, while Keep It Comin' debuted at #1 on the Billboard R&B charts and featured collaborations with artists like LL Cool J. Beyond his solo career, Sweat has played a key role in shaping R&B by discovering and producing successful acts. In 1992, he launched the careers of Silk and Cut Close, producing Silk's debut album, Lose Control, which featured the #1 hit, Freak Me, and Cut Close's Surrender, which included the hit single, I Like. In 1997, he formed the R&B supergroup LSG with Gerald Levert and Johnny Gill. Their debut album, Levert Sweat Gill, was certified double platinum, featuring the hit My Body. Although his later albums, such as Still in the Game, 1998, and Didn't See Me Coming, 2000, saw less commercial success, Sweat remained a respected figure in R&B. His signature whining vocal style and contributions to the new jack swing left a lasting impact on the genre. Since 2007, he has also hosted the Keith Sweat Hotel, a nationally syndicated radio show specializing in quiet storm R&B, further solidifying his influence in the industry. Babyface. Kenneth Brian Edmonds, widely known as Babyface, is a legendary American singer, songwriter, and record producer. Born on April 10, 1959, in Indianapolis, Indiana, he developed a passion for music early on, performing in local R&B bands as a teenager. His stage name was coined by funk icon Bootsy Collins, who was struck by his youthful appearance. Babyface's career began in 1977 as a member of the R&B band Manchild, which found success with the single Especially for You. He later joined The Deal, where he met Antonio L.A. Reid, forming a long-standing songwriting and production partnership. During this time, he gained recognition as a songwriter, penning Slow Jam for Midnight Star in 1983. His solo career took off with his debut album Lovers, 1986, but it was Tender Lover, 1989, that propelled him into stardom, featuring hits like It's No Crime, Whip Appeal, and My Kinda Girl. The album went double platinum, solidifying his status as an R&B powerhouse. Subsequent albums, including For the Cool in You, 1993, and Waiting to Exhale, 1995, further cemented his influence in the genre. Beyond his own music, Babyface became one of the most sought-after songwriters and producers in the industry. In 1989, he co-founded LaFace Records with L.A. Reid, a label that launched the careers of Toni Braxton, TLC, Usher, and Outkast. His songwriting and production credits include Bobby Brown's Every Little Step, Whitney Houston's I'm Your Baby Tonight, and Madonna's Take a Bow. He also contributed to the Bodyguard soundtrack, earning a Grammy nomination for Album of the Year in 1992, and won a Grammy for Record of the Year as a producer on Eric Clapton's Change the World. With 13 Grammy Awards and an induction into the Songwriters Hall of Fame in 2017, Babyface's impact on music is undeniable. He has written and produced over 26 #1 R&B hits, more than 50 top 10 pop hits, and over 200 top 10 R&B hits. His compositions have been covered by artists spanning generations, from Whitney Houston to Ariana Grande. Even after decades in the industry, Babyface remains a creative force. His 2014 duet album with Toni Braxton, Love, Marriage and Divorce, won a Grammy, proving his timeless ability to craft heartfelt and enduring music. Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown's passion for music began in his youth, first nurtured through his participation in a church choir. In 1978, he co-founded New Edition alongside Michael Bivins, Ricky Bell, Ralph Tresvant, and Ronnie DeVoe. The group quickly gained recognition, releasing their debut album Candy Girl in 1983, with the title track topping the U.S. R&B chart and becoming a hit in the UK. Their subsequent albums, including New Edition, 1984, solidified their success with classics like Cool It Now and Mr. Telephone Man. However, tensions arose within the group due to the spotlight on Ralph Tresvant, leading Brown to depart in December 1985. His solo career initially struggled with King of Stage, 1986, but his breakthrough came with Don't Be Cruel, 1988. Produced by Teddy Riley, L.A. Reid, and Babyface, the album dominated the charts, featuring 5 Billboard Hot 100 Top 10 singles, including the #1 hit, My Prerogative, and the Grammy-winning Every Little Step. Selling over 7 million copies, Don't Be Cruel became the best-selling album of 1989 and earned Brown 2 American Music Awards. His follow-up album, Bobby, 1992, included hits like Humpin' Around and Good Enough, though it didn't match the commercial heights of its predecessor. However, it still achieved triple platinum status and featured a duet with his wife, Whitney Houston, on Something in Common. Brown's personal life became highly publicized following his marriage to Houston in 1992. Their relationship, along with their struggles with addiction and legal troubles, remained a focal point in the media until their divorce in 2007. Despite personal challenges, Brown continued making music and reunited with New Edition for performances in the late 1990s and early 2000s. He also ventured into reality television, starring in Being Bobby Brown, 2005. Although his musical output has slowed in recent years, Brown remains a defining figure in R&B and a pioneer of the new jack swing movement. His influence on contemporary artists and the genre as a whole continues to be recognized, solidifying his legacy in music history. If you are enjoying this video, appreciate it by giving it a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. Genuine. Genuine's early life was deeply rooted in music and dance. At just 12 years old, he began performing with a breakdancing group called Finesse 5, showcasing his talent in local nightclubs, until he was removed due to his age. Inspired by Michael Jackson and influenced by his mother's collection of Fred Astaire and Charlie Chaplin films, Genuine developed a passion for showmanship and performance. Determined to break into the industry, he took a bold approach, directly seeking out influential figures. A pivotal moment came when he met Devontae Swing of Jodeci, leading to his involvement with the Swing Mob Collective in the early 1990s. Genuine's breakthrough came in the mid-1990s when he signed with 550 Music, a subsidiary of Sony. His debut album, Genuine The Bachelor, released on October 8, 1996, featured the smash hit Pony. The song, with its futuristic production and sultry delivery, peaked at number 4 on Billboard's Hot R&B Airplay chart and became a defining track of the era. The album went on to sell over 1 million copies, establishing Genuine as a rising star in R&B. His collaboration with producer Timbaland proved to be a game-changer. Their partnership fused classic R&B with cutting-edge electronic production, creating a sound that would shape the future of hip-hop soul. His second album, 100% Genuine, 1999, solidified his place in the industry with hits like So Anxious and None of Her Friend's Business. The album achieved double platinum status, cementing his reputation as one of the leading R&B artists of the late 90s. In the early 2000s, Genuine parted ways with Timbaland and took greater creative control over his music. His third album, The Life, 2001, debuted at number 3 on the pop charts and featured the heartfelt ballad Differences, which topped the Billboard Hot R&B, Hip-Hop, Singles and Tracks chart. This marked a transition toward more introspective and personal themes in his music. He continued his success with The Senior, 2003, and Back to Da Basics, 2005, though his commercial momentum slightly declined compared to his earlier work. Genuine's legacy in R&B remains significant. With his smooth vocals and charismatic presence, he became a heartthrob of the late 1990s and a key figure in the evolution of hip-hop soul. His early collaborations with Timbaland not only launched his career, but also helped shape the genre's sound. In recognition of his contributions to the music industry, he was honored with the Urban Music Icon Award at the Black Music Honors in 2021. Eric Benet. Eric Benet's musical journey started in his teenage years when he formed a vocal group called Benet with his sister and cousin. The group released a self-titled album in 1992, but it didn't gain much success due to limited promotion by EMI Records. Before that, Benet performed with a local group named Gerard in the late 1980s, exploring hip-hop, pop, rock, and soul. His musical influences include legends like Stevie Wonder, Earth, Wind and Fire, Marvin Gaye, and Chaka Khan. Benet's solo career took off when he signed with Warner Brothers Records in 1994. His debut album, True to Myself, 1996, featured R&B hits like Spiritual Thing, Femininity, and Let's Stay Together. However, it was his second album, A Day in the Life, 1999, that made him a star. The album's hit single, Spend My Life With You, featuring Tamia, topped the Billboard R&B charts, went gold, and earned a Grammy nomination. The album also won a Soul Train Music Award for Best R&B Soul Album, Male. Beyond his solo work, Bennett has collaborated with several artists. He sang on Earth, Wind and Fire's 30th anniversary album, and contributed to Something for the People's 1997 album, This Time It's Personal. His later albums, like Hurricane, 2005, and Love and Life, 2008, continued to highlight his talent, with Love and Life debuting at number 2 on the R&B hip-hop albums chart. In 2010, he released Lost in Time, a tribute to 1970s soul, featuring duets with Faith Evans and Ledisi. His 2012 album, The One, was his first release under his own label, Jordan House Records. Over the years, Bennett has earned 4 Grammy nominations, solidifying his impact on R&B. His music blends contemporary R&B with adult contemporary influences. He has also explored acting, appearing in films like Glitter and TV shows such as The Real Husbands of Hollywood. Tyrese Gibson. Tyrese Gibson's early life was shaped by his mother, Priscilla Murray Gibson, who raised him and his 3 siblings after their father left. At 14, he began performing in local talent shows in Los Angeles, showcasing his singing skills. His big break came at 16 when he auditioned for a Coca-Cola commercial. Despite arriving late, his powerful voice impressed the producers, landing him a role in a now iconic city bus set ad. At 17, Gibson started modeling and made his TV debut on Hangin' with Mr. Cooper in 1996. He later appeared in shows like Martin, The Parenthood, and Sister Sister before signing with RCA Records in 1998. That same year, he released his debut album, Tyrese, featuring the hit singles Nobody Else and Sweet Lady. The latter reached number 9 on the R&B charts and earned him a Grammy nomination for Best R&B Male Vocal Performance. Gibson's music blends contemporary R&B with classic soul. His debut album went platinum, and his next 2, 2000 Watts, 2001, and I Wanna Go There, 2002, were certified gold. The latter included the hit How You Gonna Act Like That, which reached number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100. In 2006, he explored hip-hop under the name Black Tie with his album Alter Ego. His 2011 album, Open Invitation, was nominated for Best R&B Album at the Grammy Awards. Beyond music, Gibson has built a successful acting career. He gained recognition in Baby Boy, 2001, and became widely known as Roman Pierce in the Fast and Furious series. He has also starred in Four Brothers, 2005, Transformers, 2007, and Ride Along 2, 2016. His talent in both music and film has made him a standout figure in the entertainment industry. Kenny Lattimore. Kenny Lattimore's love for music started early, influenced by gospel and R&B legends like Chaka Khan, Marvin Gaye, Donny Hathaway, and Stevie Wonder. While attending Eleanor Roosevelt High School in Greenbelt, Maryland, he honed his skills in the school band under Dr. Barbara Baker's guidance. His professional journey began in the late 1980s as a session vocalist for the R&B group Manikin, where he later became the lead singer. They released a self-titled album in 1989 under Epic Records, featuring the single I Wanna Ride, produced by Charlie Wilson of the Gap Band. After the group disbanded, Lattimore attended Howard University to further refine his musical talents. In 1994, he signed with Columbia Records and released his debut album, Kenny Lattimore, in 1996. The album featured hit singles Never Too Busy and For You, with the latter becoming a wedding classic and earning him a Grammy nomination. The album achieved gold certification and won him the No More Soleil CP Image Award for Best New Artist. His 1998 follow-up, From the Soul of Man, continued his success with hits like Days Like This and If I Lose My Woman. He later released Weekend, 2001, on Arista Records, further showcasing his versatility. In addition to his solo career, Lattimore collaborated with Shantae Moore on 2 duet albums, Things That Lovers Do and Uncovered, Josh Covered, blending R&B with gospel influences. The pair, who were married from 2002 to 2011, often worked together on music projects. In 2012, Lattimore launched his independent label, Sincere Soul Records, giving him creative freedom to explore new sounds. He has since released several successful albums, including Anatomy of a Love Song, 2015, A Kenny Lattimore Christmas, 2016, and Vulnerable, 2017, proving his ability to evolve while staying true to his signature style. Lattimore's impact on R&B is undeniable, known for his smooth, romantic sound. His contributions have earned him Grammy, Soul Train, and Stellar Award nomination. Beyond his own music, his influence extends to artists like Musique Soulchild and Kanye West, who sampled his song Lately on Yeezus. Tank. Durrell Artazi Babs, known professionally as Tank, discovered his passion for music early, influenced by his church upbringing and his cousin's role as a choir director. Though a talented multi-sport athlete in high school with a college football scholarship offer, he chose to pursue music instead. Tank began his career as a backing vocalist for R&B stars Aaliyah and Genuine. His talent caught the attention of Blackground Records president Jomo Hankerson, who signed him in 1998. His debut album, Force of Nature, 2001, debuted at number 7 on the Billboard 200 and featured the hit Maybe I Deserve, which landed in the Billboard Hot 100's top 40. His follow-up album, One Man, 2002, included a moderately successful title track. That same year, he co-produced Missy Elliott's hit single, 1 Minute Man, showcasing his production skills. After a 5-year hiatus, he returned with Now or Never, 2010, collaborating with Chris Brown and Drake. Tank also formed the R&B supergroup TGT with Genuine and Tyrese in 2007, though their debut album, Three Kings, wasn't released until 2013 due to contractual issues. He continued releasing successful albums like This Is How I Feel, 2012, Stronger, 2014, and Sex, Love and Pain, 2, 2016, embracing a modern R&B sound. In recent years, Tank faced health struggles, including hearing loss in his right ear, leading him to announce his 10th album, R&B Money, 2022, as his final release. Despite this, his influence on R&B remains profound, inspiring new generations of artists and fans. D'Angelo. D'Angelo grew up in a Pentecostal home, raised by his father, Luther Archer Sr., and grandfather, both of whom were preachers. His upbringing deeply rooted him in gospel music, which later shaped his unique sound. By the age of 3, he was already teaching himself to play the piano, showing a natural talent for music. As a teenager, he formed a band, and at just 16, won the amateur night contest at Harlem's Apollo Theater 3 times in a row, proving his exceptional skill and stage presence. His professional career took off in 1994 when he co-produced You Will Know for the R&B supergroup Black Men United. The song, featured in the film Jason's Lyric, became a hit, reaching number 5 on the R&B charts and number 28 on the Billboard Hot 100. This success led to him signing with EMI Records in 1993, thanks to Jocelyn Cooper and Gary Harris. In July 1995, D'Angelo released his debut album, Brown Sugar, which was both a critical and commercial success. The album, certified platinum by the RIAA, featured the hit single Lady, which landed in the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100. Brown Sugar played a key role in popularizing neo-soul, alongside artists like Erykah Badu, Lauryn Hill, and Maxwell. Blending soul, funk, and hip-hop, it helped redefine R&B in the 1990s. His second album, Voodoo, released in 2000, debuted at number 1 on the U.S. Billboard 200 and received widespread praise. It won the Grammy for Best R&B Album, while the lead single, untitled How Does It Feel, earned him a Grammy for Best Male R&B Vocal Performance. Many consider Voodoo one of the greatest albums of all time, celebrated for its innovative sound and D'Angelo's soulful voice. Despite his success, D'Angelo struggled with fame and personal challenges, including alcoholism, leading to a long hiatus. After more than a decade away from the spotlight, he made a powerful comeback in 2014 with his third album, Black Messiah. The album debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200 and marked his return with socially conscious lyrics and a mix of soul, rock, and funk influences. Brian McKnight. Brian McKnight discovered his love for singing at the age of 4 while sitting on his mother's lap during church choir rehearsal. His grandfather, a big band leader and minister of music, introduced him to various genres including jazz and classical music, further shaping his musical foundation. At 19, McKnight signed with Mercury Records, launching his professional career. He briefly attended Oakwood College in Alabama, but was expelled in his sophomore year for violating dormitory rule. This setback pushed him to focus entirely on music, working closely with producer Brandon Barnes to hone his skills and create demos. His breakthrough came in 1992 with the release of his self-titled debut album, featuring the hit singles One Last Cry and The Way Love Goes. The album was a success, peaking at number 17 on the Billboard charts and earning gold certification. His follow-up albums solidified his place in R&B. In 1995, I Remember You further established him in the pop and R&B scene with its heartfelt love songs. 2 years later, Anytime showcased a shift in his style, featuring a collaboration with rapper Mace on You Should Be Mine. McKnight also teamed up with Vanessa Williams for the hit duet Love Is, featured on the Beverly Hills 90210 soundtrack. The song became a major success, reaching number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and highlighting his versatility. Over the years, McKnight has received widespread recognition, earning 17 Grammy nominations. Known for his smooth tenor voice and his ability to blend R&B with pop and jazz, he has created a sound that resonates with audiences worldwide. He has released 19 albums, with 4 reaching the top 10 on the Billboard charts. His heartfelt ballads and contributions to contemporary R&B have cemented his legacy in the industry. Beyond singing and songwriting, McKnight is a skilled multi-instrumentalist, proficient in piano, trumpet, and bass. His talents extend to music production as well, having worked with major artists like Boyz II Men and Whitney Houston. Which legends resonate with you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest content.